In a Sunday press conference, the directors of 7 public hospitals announced that they could no longer admit any coronavirus patients. The principal cause of Israeli's current predicament are the dominance of the extremely infectious Delta variant, along with the worrisome decrease in vaccine efficacy after about 6 months. Israel vaccinated its population almost exclusively with the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine, which received full FDA approval in the United States. But in early June, with citizens over the age of 60 almost completely vaccinated, Israel scientists began observing a rise in infections among the double vaccinated. In order to keep the number of COVID deaths down and avoiding a fourth national lockdown, Israel has embarked on an aggressive effort to provide all adults with boosters in a matter of weeks. Israel will then reconfigure its vaccine green passports, granting them only to the triple vaccinated and limiting their validity to 6 months. So let's talk about this. So what can you shed any light on what's happening? I thought if everybody got vaccinated, we could beat the virus, but that doesn't seem to be happening. Could you explain that at all?
Yeah, that was poor messaging from our health officials from the very beginning. It was said, we said, take the vaccine and you can get your life back. But that's not how it works. We all knew that these antibodies were going to wane off. And the reason why is last year, when we were looking at patients that had COVID from natural immunity and looked at their antibodies, a lot of them started, about 5-6 months after the infection, many of them didn't have antibodies. Well, they started out with a high level. So when you look at natural immunity from last year, it was natural that the antibodies from the vaccine, like we all knew in medicine, they were going to wane off over time. We just didn't know how long it would be. I think we all knew, because if you were looking at the natural immunity from last year in the studies, then most likely, yeah, these vaccines are probably the immunity is probably going to last you about 4, 5, 6 months, maybe a little bit longer. But you know what's interesting is that when the vaccines were rolled out at the end of the year, last year, people were talking about, some study came out saying it's going to be 5 years of protection. There was a lot of these things that were not based on really any science, but these things were pushed out, because then now people will have more confidence, and they will go run out and get the vaccine and go, I'm protected for the next 5 years. Well, this is not unexpected. The antibodies have waned off. The new variants they're escaping the antibodies. They're not effective. So it's a combination of both of them. And now we're in a situation where, we've got to give another jab, and there's no data to support that. And Israel obviously considers to be fully vaccinated, having 3 vaccines. And, here's the other thing is, there are many countries that we still don't have, these poorer countries don't have vaccines. And here we are, the Western world, and we're just jabbing everyone away. But here's the other thing: it's like we think we live in a bubble. Like those people don't even exist in these other countries that don't have access. For example, I have friends in New Zealand and Australia. I mean, the numbers of people in those countries that they don't have, well, most of them are not vaccinated. I think probably like 20% of Australia is vaccinated. So why aren't we rolling the vaccines out to those countries to help them out? And what is shown in the Pfizer and the Moderna trials was the effectiveness was about 93%, maybe 92% after one shot. The second shot was a booster. So why not hold off on that? Why did they come up with the 3 weeks after? Why not wait for three months after to get the second shot? You get a longer immunity for you. You can stretch this out a little bit more. None of this makes really any sense. And I think the Israel thing is really coming to light, because we were thinking, they're fully vaccinated. I think it's a combination, as this article was saying. The antibodies have gone down. You've got these new Delta variants. You've got many other variants now that are popping up. But here's the other interesting thing. The boosters, they're not for the new variants. They're for the old variants.
You're kidding.
Nope.
So how could they?
And I don't...
So Delta is more effective. If you're vaccinated, you can still get the Delta. You can still get sick with the Delta. It's breaking through, they're called breakthrough infections, right? And so you're saying the boosters don't deal with the Delta?
No. One of the interesting things was when the mRNA vaccines were rolled out, one of the benefits behind the mRNA is, one, because the scalability in a very quick time, which what made it very attractive, and 2, very quickly, just in a matter of a couple of weeks, to confer protection against new variants. And my understanding, and I was thinking for a little while, maybe these new boosters, and I've talked to a couple of public health officials and people in the vaccine research. Actually, one person on our team was in the Pfizer trials at NYU, Dr. Parikh, and she said, no, they're giving a booster for the old vaccine. And I don't know the reason why it's not been configured for these new variants.
So let me ask you this. This is a question that I have so people like to bring this up. They compare the vaccine for COVID-19 with like the measles and mumps and polio. So why do I have immunity from polio forever, but I don't get from that vaccine, but I don't get immunity from COVID-19 forever? Well, tell me the difference.
So a lot of those vaccines are, either live attenuated or they're weakened viruses, like a full virus or virus that's either been weakened or killed off in a process, and you introduce that to the body, and then your body makes a full antibody or a full immune response. So you have your antibodies, you have then a T-cell response. When we are using this mRNA technology, we're only targeting one component of the virus. We're only targeting the spike protein. Because why the spike? That is the thing that is infecting the cells, that infects the cells in the body. So what they've done is build antibodies against the spike so that it prevents it. If you do get infection again, it then will neutralize those spikes from the vaccine. So you're not being introduced to a weakened virus. You're not introduced to a dead virus, or an inactivated virus. You're introducing a little piece of it. And that could probably be a reason why you're not having a robust immune response, let's say, from a live attenuated or weakened virus. Some of the other viruses, I believe there's the vaccines, the one from China is a live attenuated or an inactivated virus. They're not coding for the spike protein. So it'll be interesting. I've not seen any data yet out of China and the countries that have gotten the Chinese vaccine. It'll be interesting to see sort of how much of protection they're getting in comparison to the mRNA.
So why would they do it that way? So my reaction is, well, why wouldn't you do it the polio way, which is permanent? Why would you do it this way, which is temporary?
You can quickly roll this out. See what happens is for a lot of the other vaccines, it's like there's this incubation period. A lot of times they put it in egg yolk. It takes months and months and months and months to get those vaccines. The thing with the mRNA, the technology is that you can scale it very quickly. So that was the attraction. You can get it to market quicker than some of the other platforms. Now, there are still other companies, believe it or not, Jimmy, and this is my argument I've made, is that we're so focused on these mRNA vaccines. But there are other platforms out there. For example, there's this company called Novavax. Novavax is probably going to be the fourth vaccine to get an EUA. I feel like the FDA has been dragging their feet. The EU regulators have been dragging their feet about it. But the data looks amazing. I know a lot of people who are on the clinical trials for Novavax. They use a different technology. They are introducing a spike protein, but through a nanoparticles. They don't use mRNA to deliver the spike protein. And then at the same time, there are all these other tiny biotech companies that have some really fascinating platforms. They're using, I know we were talking about horse dewormer, but that's actually a horsepox vector. One company is doing that. There's another company that's using peptides to deliver the vaccine. So there's multiple different platforms. There's over 100 different manufacturers that are making these vaccines, but we're not talking about it. There's a number of people that have told me, I do not want to take an mRNA vaccine, but I'll take a Novavax vaccine. It's staggering. I think we can close the vaccine hesitancy with approval of Novavax. I think we can get more people vaccinated by giving them more options. Isn't that what America is about? Options and different. You give people different options and let them make a decision. So I personally feel like more resources, more focus should be going to some of these little tiny biotech companies. The problem is that they're running a trial because they're little tiny, looking at maybe 500 patients. When you got your big pharma, Pfizer, Moderna, they got 50,000, they got 100,000. So now when you got these statisticians that are looking at it going, oh, you don't have the number, your N is too small, it's only 500. And these little biotech companies, they're like literally scraping just to get by. So it's just but part of it is the how much the journalists and the media just do not let the public know about these other platforms. Give them that information. Even a big company like Novavax. Novavax has a 40,000 patient trial in the United States and Mexico, and another 30,000 patient trial in the UK. How many people know that? The number of people say, oh, I didn't know about Novavax. They're a big company. They are running big clinical trials right now. But why aren't we talking about that? Why don't we do a report and saying vaccine hasn't seen?
Yeah, in the
people
bathroom.
are nervous about mRNA technology. Okay, well, Novavax. This is the technology. Would you be willing to do it? I'm willing to bet. Half those people that are concerned about the vaccine, they would take it. And I've done a sort of an internal study or sort of talked to a lot. I mean, look, we have close to 10,000 patients that we're seeing, and most of them are not vaccinated because they're so nervous about worsening their long COVID symptoms and worsening their post-vaccination symptoms. And most of them are like, look, if the Novavax came out for a different platform, we would take it.
Leo.
So I think when you're framing these questions about anti-vax, it's not they're not anti-vax.
If you hold tight for a minute, I'll zoom in and
what vaccine you get,
show you some of these details I'm trying to add here real quick.
But to say 50% of the country is anti-vax, no, absolutely not. It's disingenuous. I think we can close the gap by introducing more platforms and getting more approvals out there.
We're doing a live Jimmy Dore show in Sacramento, October 3rd. We just added a second show. Plus, we're doing stand-up comedy in Florida, in West Palm Beach, and Dania, and then we're going to Buffalo, Baltimore, Tempe, and Portland. Go to JimmyDoreComedy.com for a link for all our tickets.
Now, every once in a while, an on-air exchange slips through the cracks on one of the other cable networks that's worth watching. Such was the case this morning on CNN, of all places, where they booked a point-counterpoint on critical race theory.
Schools should absolutely be teaching reading, writing, arithmetic. They should not be radicalizing our kids. And unfortunately, schools are now radicalizing our kids. I mean, this is the volume of the book from critical race theory that, as people say, teach in law schools. But unfortunately, it is now trickling down into little books for children, like Woke Baby, Genderqueer. In it, there is unfortunately very graphic symbol of pedophilia and pornography.
Azra Nomani, who's been a guest frequently on The Angle over the years, came armed with tabbed copies of the books used in the schools, with specific page citations and a very calm, thorough, irrefutable presentation that left the host kind of grasping. Enter the defender of critical race theory in this discussion, a guy who was billed as simply a concerned parent.
Yo, all the way from Arizona. Badass work, bro. Look, since you in here, bro, let me show you the details real quick. Don't back up. Don't back up. Let me show you these details real quick.
Privilege and re-examine their obsession with merit-based hiring. Turns out that's a lucrative business. But money.
Yo, Cruz and Leo, y'all still in here? Cause see what I'm about to do real quick. So let's see. Need one of these. I would say wake and bake, but I was up at like 2 o'clock in the morning in here painting, smoking. So I've been waking and baking several times a day. But so here's one of my rolling trays. I got 3 trays like this. So save me one. So I got a 3-story house, and I got 3 of these trays, so that there's one on each floor. So on the first floor I got my rolling tray, on the second floor, and up here on the 3rd floor in the art studio I have the exact same identical rolling tray. So I love these little trays, and I figured I could take a picture of my tray. Put some video games in there, put some Zippo lighter fluid. My little teeny digital scale that I've had for fucking forever. The same little mason jar here. So all these little different components, I figured, yo, that'll make a really nice setup for a picture. So I've been working on this for a couple weeks. It's nice, right, Andrew? I'm telling you, bro. Wow. That's pretty badass, right? I can't even front, yo. I'm loving this paint right now. I've been meaning to paint this for a couple years. I've had this idea like years and years ago of doing like a remix of the still life, or trying to create a new type of still life, because I like still life paintings, with like little roses and vases and flowers and fruits and shit. But I'm like, how can I make a still life different? And I was like, you know what? I'll just make a still life with some of the shit I like. I don't have to have like some teapots and orange wedges. And then I'll let the viewers and the critics determine if this is a true still life or not. Or is it, or did I just, like alter the genre? Here's the one I just finished. This is already signed up and everything. So this is the previous still life I was working on. Jose Cuervo with some movies and a glass of ice. Got the old VHS. Had to pull some VHS cassette tapes out for this, y'all. And then the fabric, the little fabric drop back or backdrop of it. That came out really good. And so I want to do one more, one more still life to make this like a trilogy. I'm not sure what I want to do in the next one. I might. Oh, my cousin is here, and he has the Oculus Rift. I have the VR. I have the PlayStation VR headset. I was thinking about adding that into another painting again. My guy. Appreciate the donation, bro. That's what's up, man. But but I have the I have the PS5 now. So of course I didn't have it when I took this picture. Or else I probably would have put the PS5 controller in there. But I want to do something with more tech, like, because I'm a big gamer too. This is like my two favorite things, probably, is art and video games. And then I don't really consider them to be separate because video games is just art. It's a different form of art. Like, you know? So I just like art, yo. And those are my two favorite mediums is visual arts, painting, and interactive uh, art media, which is video games. And so I say one more still life, and I was thinking like, what if I put like the PlayStation 5 controller, and then maybe the VR headset again. And now my cousin has the Oculus Rift here. I can set that in there, and then like the Rift controllers, and then kind of arrange that somehow for another still life. I might have to I might have to see if I can get some pictures in real quick this morning. Yeah, but what I wanted to do here, well, I was just kind of adding some final details to the plant. Just trying to, yo, Cruz, thank you so much, bro. But this piece is like literally down to the wire right now. Uh, I want to go over these letters and tighten them up a little bit. I might go over this PlayStation symbol and tighten that up a little bit. Um, I want to go over the red lighter fuel. I want to tighten those letters up a little bit. And then I had already wrote sweets right here, but it was so crooked and lopsided that I took it off. So I got to put Swisher sweets and write the word sweets there again. And then I want to maybe see if I can add a little more detailing to this plant matter and this plant matter here. And then honestly, I think that's about it. Um, I really don't see like much else I can really do to it. Oh no, bro. Sorry it didn't come. I literally burnt my PayPal balance out like a couple days ago. So, like, legit right now, I have nothing in PayPal. I forgot I had to send somebody something. And that was actually, like, the last little bit of money I had in my PayPal.
Ooh, I wonder who.
Yeah, I wonder who I sent money to last time.
I have no idea. Would you like a beverage?
Yes.
What would you like?
Some juice. But my Venmo, I got like $900 sitting in there.
You just showing off?
Cause I be having all these money apps and
All this money I got.
people send me money different ways, yo. And sometimes like I don't I don't really need to transfer it to my account, so it just kind of sits there for a while. So I got $900 in Venmo, my Cash App. Oh, I guess that's all I have right now then, cause I have no money in PayPal. I got $8 in Cash App, and I have $900 in Venmo. But really, I have like this much in Cash App because I be playing with the stocks on here a little bit. So I got like $1,000 in the Cash App, $900 in Venmo. Well, Zelle, you can't really hold money in Zelle. Coinbase, what I got in Coinbase. No money in Coinbase really. I have $26 in Coinbase. So I need to transfer some of that shit to my account though. My real bank account. But no, the PayPal payment, bro, it didn't come in. Oh no. Yo, my PayPal is literally what's in my title bar on the screen. Paintings by the Prince. Damn, bro, you just gave my money to somebody else, bro. Damn. Paintings by the Prince. Oh, see, he said it just went through, my nigga. Check that shit again, bro. Very, very grateful for you, my man. Yo, so thankful for you, bro. I swear to God on everything I love, man. People like you, who I do this shit for, man. I swear. So now, gonna go get me some new brushes. I need me some new liner brushes, bro. You just brought me like 2 brushes. Yo, I sure appreciate that shit. You don't even know, my nigga. Like that's some of the realest shit. That's some real shit. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers don't really know how to support people. It don't even take a lot. That shit they just mean so much to me. If I can get 2 brushes, like get 2 real good brushes, and them shits last me a couple years and help me produce more of this art, like, that's what it's all about, yo. That's what it's all about, yo. And I wish somebody can help me sometimes when I need some. Here you go, bruh. Good job, man. Keep up the good work. You know what I'm saying? Oh, damn. You know, that shit really do happen like that sometimes. It's fucking amazing. You know what I'm saying? I do this shit for y'all. Some people get it. Some people don't. You know? Some people don't get it. And that's cool too, you know? This shit not for everybody. But, yeah. I really fuck with you now, bro. That shit made my damn day. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. I don't think nothing can really spoil my day today. God damn. Yes, sir. I'm up, nigga. Oh, shit. All right. What I do with my picture? There you go. Bro, you gonna bring a tear to my eye. Look at you. Oh, my damn. Motherfucker about to make me shed some tears of joy. Actually, big homie. Damn, I ain't got no prints up here right now, do I gotta send you I'm gonna send you a signed print of something. Where's some prints at? I think I got some prints somewhere. Let me see. I got some different ones somewhere. Lunch on me. Here, I'm about to go get me some paint. You better stop playing. I can send you something from the Reader series. I have some of these prints. I have one of these prints. I keep this one with me all the time. I be beside myself. But this is the piece that really started my whole Reader series. It really got me motivated into like trying to like share my library with people, with all the book readers. So this is like the first one. So, but then I got some other prints of let me see. Oh, I know it ain't no need, but hey, this is my gift to you. I got one of these prints. I got one of the Smoking Skull prints. I try to keep some of these on hand. Yeah. Just want to show my appreciation too, bro. I like to pay it forward. I feel you. You know, once again, man, words are starting to escape me, but I am very, very appreciative. I'm very, very, very appreciative of your support. That's all I want, man. I just want to make beautiful art that people fuck with. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I just want people to fuck with my art, you know? Because everybody can do it. Everybody, you know, shit, you turn on Instagram and go hashtag artist, and I'm 1,000,002 to the second power artists. They mama, they cousin, and they next door neighbor. Everybody do art of some kind, of craft or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? So I just be trying to do my little bit of art, and I just want people to like my art, you know, fuck with my shit. You know what I'm saying? I sure appreciate it. Let's see. I forgot what we was listening to. Listening to some news. We're living in a really crazy world right now. Shit is all just fucked up. Everything's just all fucked up, man. Wait a minute. Is this Bill Burr? Let me see.
But there's a more important reason that I would stop doing comedy right now. And this reason is the real reason that's been percolating, and it really is the crowd, not you. The crowd on the big stage. It's too hard to entertain a country whose ears are so brittle. Motherfuckers are so sensitive, the whole country is turned into bitch-ass niggas. Everything you say upsets somebody. You know, I can remember when it all started. It was when I was doing Chappelle's Show. When I was doing Chappelle's Show, I used to do the show, and then on the weekends I do like concerts and shit like that. So I'm doing a concert, and there was a couple in the front row, beautiful couple. The wife was obviously Asian. You can see it in her face.
Damn.
The husband, this motherfucker was mysterious, to say the least. Quite pinpoint where he was from. Caramel colored fella, very nice hair, but it could have been from anywhere. Bangladesh, Mexico. I can't guess with a nigga like this. All I knew for sure about this guy is that his wife was a bitch.
Damn.
I could see that in her face too.
Damn.
No, he was laughing and having a good time, and she was scowling at me at a goddamn comedy show. I couldn't figure it out. And then I realized at some point that she was pregnant, and I was smoking on stage. I said, oh my God, that's probably why she's mad. So I started to put my cigarette out, but then she hit me with one of them fake non-smoker calls. So I just kept smoking. I thought to myself, bitch, that baby will be fine. Relax. And I tried to break the tension. I just asked her. That's all I said. I go, hey, where are you guys from anyway? And I could tell that she was on to me. She goes, very condescendingly, she says, I'm from California. If you're asking my ethnicity, I am Chinese. And her husband was just cool about the shit. He was like, I'm Mexican, bro. I said, well, I'm sorry if I offended you by asking, but you're a very beautiful couple. And miss, there's no question that you're going to give birth to the hardest working baby this world has ever seen.
Damn. Damn.
That's not a bad joke.
Cousins put some in there.
She got very upset. She got up to leave immediately. But she didn't just leave. She had to take one last dig on the way out.
I'm about to eat.
I will never buy one of your fucking DVDs again, Dave Chappelle. I said, ma'am, with all due respect, Chinese people.
Ooh, somebody just brought me some.
I knew he was about to do that.
Do it. Can't fuck with Dave Chappelle, yo. This lady was 80. I can see it in her face. And she was a bitch. I can see that in her face too. Oh yeah. Yo, you can't fuck with Chappelle in there all kind of way, yo. And then this motherfucker, with his last special, he got the the lady from Netflix got fired. Netflix fired that bitch. Trying to set up a boycott against his against streaming his new special. You're out of here. Yeah, hey man, breakfast of champions, bro. Got my protein. Got my carbs. Got my fruit. Got some juice. Oh damn, that's like some cranberry pomegranate, some shit. That shit tastes extra good. That all natural syrup. Oh yeah. It's Sunday. Oh man, anybody got any like big plans for the day or something? I know what my plans is. I'm going supply shopping. I forgot that Def Jam comedy series, yo. Like you said, there was some crazy comedians on there, yo. Martin used to host that shit, right? It was Russell Simmons, Def Comedy Jam with your host, Martin Lawrence. You know, that was that shit, yo. Wait a minute, this motherfucker old as shit. This nigga old as shit.
Why you calling somebody old?
Yo, he talking about Def Comedy Jam, yo. Yo, his old ass. Yo, next thing he was talking about, oh, you remember the Apollo? They get the Sandman come out, they got that nigga with the cane. Oh yeah, you getting up there, bro. Lou, what it do? How do I start an oil painting? You get some oil paint. Step one. What? That's step one. You get some oil paint. Step two, you get an oil brush. Step three, you dip your oil brush in your oil paint.
And put it on what?
Step four, put it on your canvas.
Oh. Okay.
Very simple, Lou. Come on, Lou. You've been watching me for years, bro. You ain't. Draw your image. Wait a minute. I'm gonna have to give you run through my tutorial for you. Andrew say you 35 though. That's what's up, huh? No, I've been binge watching Def Comedy Jam, but that, like you said, that was some of the funniest shit, yo. And then Shaq. What was Shaq's show name? Shaq did like a comedy thing or something, right? The Shaquille O'Neal Comedy Hour or something like that, yo. And his shit was kind of funny, but that shit wasn't like Def Jam, yo. Like you say, when they had Martin hosting that shit, yo, Martin don't play, yo, man, yo. That was like some of the golden age of comedy. Now, once again, you can't hardly say shit, even as a comedian. Motherfucker can't even tell a fucking joke, yo. You can't tell a joke, like. Well, it was a different time. Yeah, and back then, there was hardly any fucking tranny jokes because there was hardly any fucking trannies. But I get it. Oh, you about to paint Venom? Go ahead, bro. I get it. The world is changing. Times are changing. Our culture, we're definitely in a culture shift. And I'm cool with all that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I got this love-hate thing with America. But them motherfuckers specifically said you got the right, the freedom of speech, yo. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say.
Come here, bro.
But now, it don't seem like you can say what you want to say no more. Even if it's a joke. I'm just joking, yo. God damn.
Is it good?
I can't really taste it. I'm eating too fast.
Go. We don't eat the taste. We just eat to enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Don't buy DVDs. Leave. She had to take one last dig at me on the way out. I will never buy one of your fucking DVDs again, Dave Chappelle. I said, ma'am, with all due respect, Chinese people don't buy DVDs.
I watched this one gamer, like, I watch people play games, but I got like one dude who I follow a lot, the Rad Brad, and he played Far Cry 6. So I've watched a couple hours of him playing it. Shit seems pretty cool, man. I pre-ordered Battlefield 2042, yo. And I have PlayStation Plus and I have PS Now. So I get like the free games each month and then like the little game package they give you. So I haven't really been buying a lot of games lately. And Far Cry looks good, but I already know like when that Battlefield come out, yo, I'm gonna be too absorbed in that shit. And I can't have too many games at once because then I won't want to come in the studio and paint. When I get a new game, my art suffers heavy because I exchange paint time for game time. So I don't want to get Far Cry 6 and then be stuck on that shit for like 2-3 weeks and then lose all my studio time and then Battlefield comes out and now I'm stuck on this game for fucking 2-3 weeks playing this shit heavy as fuck. I'll lose too much studio time. So I gotta space out like when I get games and how long I play them shits.
At least you got some discipline.
Yeah. Especially new games. I can't have too many new games at the same time, yo. That shit fucked me up, yo. Yo, that Battlefield, when that beta was out, why I ain't sleep, yo. I just.
That's how I know I ain't a gamer. I said, boyfriend is fire. I'm like, huh?
Battlefield.
Y'all talking about Battlefield. Yeah. I'm not the gamer guy, sorry.
But yeah, that Battlefield beta. Wow, I was on that bitch.
Now
yo.
you don't move. It's just stupid. You trying to play volleyball and shit.
Mhm.
Move.
Yeah, I really can't wait for that. Like that's my all-time favorite first-person shooter. And I didn't like the last couple of ones. Like when they went back in time, the World War I and II. Like, do not like that. I didn't like Battlefield Hardline, and it wasn't like back in. It was like cops and robbers. It was weird because it wasn't on the battlefield. Like, and I don't know. It's hard to describe why I didn't like that game, but I didn't like Hardline for some reason. No.
I need real syrup again.
Hmm?
I need real syrup again.
I know,
mean,
right?
That's real syrup, but I need that syrup.
But I definitely gotta not get any other games until Battlefield comes out.
You can hand it to me.
Mm-mm.
Strawberries are going bad. I should have made a smoothie or something.
No. I have played it. Like my cousin who's here, he got all the games though. The Switch. I said you got the Oculus, PlayStations, the Xbox shit, all that shit, yo. But I'm just a PlayStation guy, yo. I have almost everything for the PlayStation. Like right now, I have. This is the Pro, the PS4 Pro. So I have two of these. And I've had them since they came out. That's why this shit is dirty and dusty as fuck. And I have and I have the PS5 and the VR headset and all that shit, but I don't play a lot of other stuff. It looks nice. What's up, yet?
No, I haven't had food yet.
No. Yeah, you just chilling, painting. You gonna chill up here with us or no?
Yeah, sure.
There's some stools or some chairs in the other room.
Should I scoot up or are you gonna put him over there?
You can come over here or
Watch out, boo. Move, boo. Move. Move.
you want to be on camera or no?
No, I'm good. I'll sit right here.
You can stay in the hallway.
Yeah, like I say, my cousin here, he has the Switch. What's your opinion on the Switch?
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really nice, especially because you can take it with you anywhere. Especially if you didn't own like a Wii U or anything like that. There's a lot of games on it. Like I didn't own a GameCube or like I owned a Wii, but like I didn't own most of the games.
Yeah.
And they're re-releasing a lot of them on the Switch. So it's like cool. I can play it like I can play a lot of these games.
Oh, the Wii and GameCube game on the Switch. I didn't know
And it's
about
just
that.
like, yeah. And
I
it's
left
just
my tree downstairs.
What would you do with the doobie I had?
I smoked it. You smoked without me. You didn't wait for me. I had to cook breakfast.
What's your opinion on the Switch,
I'll
Cruz?
go get my weed, but we're in here now, so.
It's all good. Like the one time I played with Matthew, we played Mario Kart. I almost beat him, but I couldn't beat this motherfucker.
no.
You said no.
I came in second place. It ain't like I'm coming like fifth or sixth place or some shit, but I couldn't win the race.
She wasn't first either.
And then he's up there. He got down, laughing people and trying to win the race, going in reverse and shit, like just showing out for no reason, yo. But I played. Now I've been wanting to play Beat Saber. This is the thing too. I legit have no idea where one of my PlayStation Move controllers went. I don't know where that shit is at. Like it just vanished in the thin air. And so when Beat Saber came out, I was like, but I don't have both fucking controllers, and I never really got it. But if he let me play Beat Saber last night, and then I made my girlfriend play that shit, like almost forced her. But
Yes, they did force me, but I had fun.
It's fun. I would get the quest just for that one fucking game, yo, and just
honestly, I probably would buy whatever beat packs they have because I enjoy the music. Yo. I want to see like what the exclusive joints are.
It is
anything with music. I'm gonna watch.
And then he played. What's the other shoot 'em up when you played?
Oh god, what was it?
It's like a shooter game, but it's a beat game at the same time. Like this intense music, and you gotta shoot the enemies kind of like on beat. Bow, 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 bow.
Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck,
no.
yo? That shit was crazy.
But just to see what people come up with, though, like it's creative.
He said, I got all the old school stuff.
And I remember everything he's made me play has been with music. What is it? Life is Strange.
Yeah, the music is really good.
The brother plays the guitar and the sister plays the guitar and she sings like, and that was the initial thing. I'm like, this looks so hallmarky and corny. No, this girl got powers. Like this shit was good as hell.
Yeah.
But everything we played has had some type of music in it. Yeah. And then Cyberpunk. That music was...
Cyberpunk. Yeah, I've actually downloaded some music and songs from Cyberpunk.
I even have the songs from Cyberpunk, and I never even played it.
It's a pretty dope soundtrack from Cyberpunk, yo. It's the only reason I got a PS5 because of him, yo. He just called me, is like, yo, you got your PS5 yet? I'm like, nah. He was like, you want one? I'm like, hell fucking yeah, I want a fucking PS5, yo. He's like, send me the money. I'm gonna order that shit right now. I had that shit sitting in my door.
That came through clutch for you.
What?
He gave up.
What? I done stopped the search for that shit. I was so disheartened. I
spent 72 hours to get mine the day it came out.
And then he said he got it and he kept trying after he already secured one.
I didn't realize I got it because the email didn't come in until way later. So I spent 72 hours when I only needed to spend like an hour. Like the first one I tried to purchase, I got.
That's crazy.
I was really going to sleep waiting for
the notification
stock stuff to go.
Would you guys have if they had him in the store, would you guys have gone and stood in line for him or no?
That's what I did. Like when they said okay,
when we went to GameStop, they said they had they only got 10 to the store, and I'm like, what the fuck?
So I didn't even know
to get my Switch, I was at a mall because all the midnight stuff was. So I went to a mall because they don't do midnights because the whole mall closes. So I went there, waited from 5 in the morning until they opened. Literally, was the first person at the door, and they had 4 available.
Damn.
They had 4 Switches. So
that's crazy.
But no,
I'm not gonna leave them laying around.
When I went for the PS5, yo, I didn't hear about it until the previous day, and it was like, oh, pre-order start tomorrow. I'm like, great, I'll just go to my local GameStop. I literally left work. GameStop opens at 11. I got there at 11, and there's a line of us. There was 2 guys ahead of me. And then I got there, and then 3 more guys showed up. So it was 5 or 6 of us waiting for GameStop to open. I was the 3rd person in line. When we get in there, the first dude says, yo, I want a PlayStation 5 pre-order. And he was like, yo, they're all gone already.
Yep,
and we was like, what? He was like, yo, they're online, yo. We only had 10 per store, and all of them are gone online. I was like, why the fuck I ain't take the order?
But that's the thing. Even if you go in there, as soon as it's available, then the website starts crashing and shit, and then you still might not get it because you still have everybody trying to get it.
Yep, and then you have scalpers that make bots that are able to go through it way faster and just buy it outright.
Right.
It's yo. And once again, it's still hard to get your hands on this shit.
I found you one. I don't know if Darnell sent me the link or who it was, but somebody sent me something. And Travis was like, oh, it's not really going to be there. And it was there, and he went to go look at it. 5 minutes later, that shit was gone. It was gone.
There was, when it was pre-orders, I got an email from PlayStation that was
yo, Piggy.
It was like, I'll get a. He was like, I got an email from PlayStation that was like, hey, we got like a private cart for you, basically.
Mm.
That if you had like signed up, they'd send you a link and you'd wait in line. You'd get like a spot in line and basically a guaranteed one. And I was sitting there in my car like, this is like, I want to say like September, maybe October, and I was like, I don't want to spend that money right now, like, because I was hoping to trade my PS4 and like a bunch of shit with it to like, get a bunch of money back.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't want to spend that money right now. I'll wait. And it turns out I didn't end up using any of that because I like had to go online to do it. I bought it from Walmart.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But I traded my PS4 and all that stuff and just like took the cash anyway. I was gonna do that with my Switch for the new OLED.
With the glass screen, yeah, I heard about that.
But like,
bro. It
it doesn't have any better processing power.
just looks better.
It looks better, bigger screen. It's like a bunch of small. It's kind of like it's a bunch of small like quality of life stuff.
That's all they had, yo. GameStop said they only had 10 per store, yo.
Oh, wow. You guys ever heard about this this man in Korea? It's called the Raincoat Killer.
The Raincoat Killer.
Never heard of it. It says in the early 2000s, Yoo Young-chul hammered his victims to death and cast fear across
I
Seoul.
think I did hear about this guy killing
This docu-series recounts the hunt for a prolific killer. He hammered his victims to death?
I heard about that
No,
shit. Yeah, I know he was called the Raincoat Killer, but I
It's
heard
coming
about some
to
motherfucker.
Netflix. We're going to have to watch that.
Once again, like, this is countries that ban firearms. But, yo, there's other ways to kill people. This motherfucker go around with a fucking... And, well, you remember... It was in some Asian country, too. It was like a gang of people, and they were, like, running up in the subway, just stabbing people with knives and shit, yo. Like, creating terror, yo.
I think the biggest thing with that is, like, it's just like, yeah, people are going to find ways to kill each other. But a gun's, like, too easy.
Yeah.
Like you can kill, like, 40 people with one dude.
This is
like,
true.
If you got a hammer or a knife, you gotta, like...
You gotta work for that.
You gotta work for it. You gotta take your time.
Well, tell OJ shit.
And that's what I'm saying. At least
knife.
a knife is like. I mean, I guess a hammer is technically silent too. But like, if you're back there banging on bones and like doing stuff, like, isn't somebody gonna hear some type of noise versus like a quick knife or whatever?
That all depends.
Like, I don't know.
That's the one thing too.
I mean,
though.
you
It's
can
like
poison somebody. You can use chemicals.
Yo, the bow and
Oh my
arrow
God,
killer, yeah. He killed 5 people with a bow.
I Spit on Your Grave, when the girl put him over top of the hot tub of like boiling water and lye, and she just kept like, no, they like raped her and did all this stuff to her, so she like lurked out for months after she got better and came back to get revenge. And the one guy who didn't touch her was like recording everything, but he liked to fish, so she took fish hooks and put it through his eyelids and just let the crows eat him. It was really like nasty, but they deserved it because what they did to her. Yeah, burning somebody with lye. That's a vicious death. When they took Marty's toenails off.
Oh wow.
I was like, oh,
he did not snitch though, yo. He didn't snitch though.
Yo, like, I know that was
Marty
TV,
was
but
tough
I
as fuck,
still
yo.
cringed on the inside. Like, I'm like, I know this is fake, but this is so nasty right now. Like,
I don't know what y'all talking about.
Shit, I'm honestly
Ozark?
thinking about getting
it's a really good show.
Oh, the app.
Well, I'll say you either love it or hate it with Ozark.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking about getting an Xbox show. Xbox Game Pass. That sounds.
Every time I look at something for you, it's always like get Xbox.
It's gonna be Xbox or fucking the Oculus Quest 2.
Same. The Xbox One S is the same, or the Series S is the same price. It's
As the
$300
Oculus?
bucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I think the Oculus is a little bit more expensive. I can't remember off the top of my head.
These good paper towels up here.
Yeah, I got the Oculus because I was like, I got a PC, I can get some Steam games, I can like play Skyrim in VR, and then I can mod it because it's on PC.
That had stuff, ash and stuff on it.
Yeah, I can wear my brushes on it.
Okay.
Alright, guys. I'll probably do like another 15 minutes of painting. I'll probably get out of here and chill with my people because everybody's leaving me today.
I might not be leaving, you know.
He might not.
Might not.
Yay.
You just got so excited.
Won't be here by myself.
But I'll probably be leaving your mom. You'll be at work.
I'll be at work. Yep. Alright. So, who wants to DJ? Because...
I'll DJ. Unless you want to DJ.
No, you guys got it.
And the crowd went crazy. We were all laughing, having a good time. I didn't even think anything of it. And then just 3 days later, this lady sends a fucking letter to my promoter.
You got an hour drive? Where you going this morning?
For shows anymore because I was told racist. Oh, man.
What you want to listen to?
That's what I was listening to. You can change it though. Where you going this morning, yo? You taking an hour drive? Shit, my cousin just drove 17 and a half hours.
Damn near.
Motherfucker drove for 2 days.
He told me when he left, and I'm like,
He drove for a fortnight.
I need to hurry up and get the house clean. I need to do this. I need to do that. And then I'm like, he's almost here, isn't he? And he's like, he still has 3 hours. What?
Traffic, accidents, charging. Yo,
Friday
you guys are
night.
fucking dope ass. The Chevy Bolt though, shit is fucking sweet, son.
Going through New York and Jersey, I would think would be probably the worst.
Nope,
Jersey's not too bad.
Connecticut sucked the most. New York was fine. And New Jersey.
The last company I
roads
worked
suck.
at, I worked with specifically all my customers and stuff were in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they used to complain so bad about the traffic.
I was like, why? Is it because they only got like 3 highways?
Yep.
Don't.
And they're so rude too on top of it. I'm like, maybe that's why. They just hate their lives.
So,
Oh shit.
so I got a route planned up with charging stops.
That's pretty dope.
Wow. I went this way the first time. I regret it.
And this is taking you through Strasbourg.
That's where I went last time.
Oh, you're going this way this time.
Yeah, that's where I went.
That's the shopping areas down there.
I'm hoping that's a better route.
The only place
was
showing
so
traffic
uphill.
here is Scranton, but it's not nothing compared to where you were.
It's so uphill.
Baby.
I was like, what the hell?
You gotta go to Raleigh?
Nature of my interracial marriage. I was like, oh, word, bitch, I was.
Cause he's married to an Asian too, so stop fucking playing, yo.
If she had just done
Oh, that's
a
right.
little
Daphne
bit
was
of
cute.
research,
I never saw how she looked.
she would know that I myself am in an interracial marriage. That's right.
But wait, this is what I want to understand about Daphne. So, I understand that Daphne is a trans woman, but she made a joke about the trans community, did she not?
Who?
She committed suicide.
Yeah.
And they said, he said that she got bullied by people, and then she committed suicide. So I'm wondering, like, if I'm misunderstanding, if like I said, she's trans and she made a trans joke, and then like the trans community didn't like it, and then, she harmed herself, or if it was just people in general. Like,
Well,
I didn't understand.
Nobody, he didn't even speculate it. He just said, I don't know what was going on in her life.
Yeah, but he said,
You know what I'm saying?
said y'all commenting and y'all saying what, like he was talking about people on social media. So that's what I'm saying. I was wondering, like, were people bullying her for being trans, or were people bullying her for making trans jokes, or what?
Or probably even just for fucking with Chappelle. But Chappelle put her on and let her get her own special, yo. Like,
I want to see this real quick. Dave Chappelle first time meeting Daphne. I want to hear some of her jokes. It's so sad sometimes you don't even hear about.
but is that
people
real
die.
footage from them, or is that somebody telling a story about what happened?
It's a 3-minute video.
Same show. There's a trans woman sitting in the audience.
So that's just from the stand. That's just from his skit, yeah.
I did 6 shows that weekend. This trans woman came to 4 of them. Calls
She was
herself
supporting.
Daphne. Man, this chick Daphne was in there cracking the fuck up
Yeah.
at everything I said about everybody. It was amazing. She was laughing, and it was fun to watch her laugh. You could tell she was letting go with something that was heavy, and she'd throw her head back, and she'd smile with all her teeth. She was having a great time. And the more fun she had, I felt bad, because I knew I had some trans jokes to unload.
He's such a dick.
And I should I say this shit at all? So I let her rip. To my surprise, Daphne laughed harder at the trans jokes than anybody in the room. In fact, everybody in the room would look at her to make sure it was okay. And got off stage, was in the dressing room. I was like, man, it's a fucking weird show. I'm sitting in the dressing room by myself, just trying to figure out, like, what the fuck just happened out there? Why is it that this one woman can't take any of these jokes, and Daphne can take all of these jokes?
For 4 times.
Everybody has different levels of comfort with themselves too. So
Yeah, this is true.
like she's secure in herself.
So now I go out of the dressing room.
People's humor is different.
See,
Yeah.
The staff is there, like cleaning the club up, the audience.
Oh, and I agree. Like he's not everybody's cup of tea. Like if you don't like raunchy comedy, he's not.
No, definitely not.
Hey, come join me for a drink. And I don't want her thinking I'm transphobic or nothing. So I'm like, fuck, I guess I could have at least a drink. We get some tequila and we're sitting there. And she was fucking cool. Turns out that Daphne, she wants to be a comedian. She was asking me for advice, and I told her advice and all this shit. And then she says to me, she says, boy, you sure do get a bad rap for your trans jokes. I said, Daphne, thank you, but you don't have to say that. I hope I didn't offend you. No. She said, in fact, I read about you in the New York Times. I said, you did? She said, yeah. She said, I thought it was interesting that they blamed you for R. Kelly.
I'm good.
She said, you organized them for telling jokes about it. Oh, yeah, they said that. She goes, I wonder what
Yeah, I remember that when he literally said, "Yo, R. Kelly did not think that shit was funny. Yo, he was mad at me."
For trans jokes?
No, for his pee on him jokes, yo. He did this whole skit about getting peed on by R. Kelly.
I mean, yeah, but look at who you are. You mad because he told the truth?
Yep. And he was like, he said something, and then the crowd got quiet. He was like, "Oh, ain't no punchline. That nigga really mad. Like, ain't no punchline. Like, R. Kelly mad at me for talking about he peed on somebody.
That's hilarious.
You rather go to jail for 3 years or let R. Kelly pee on you? Man, bring R. Kelly in, man. Pee will wash off, nigga. Shit. I am sure of that.
I'm so fucking dead. But yeah, I was hoping it was gonna tell us, you know.
His reasonings by it. Nah, they just took the clip. Because he explains it. He explains his opinion very well in there, I think. And I don't see,
once
like...
again, it's just one of those, like, to each your own, like, okay.
Yeah, now it's a national
Daphne
conversation.
You, but I get the argument, like, it is like saying, like, oh, I got a black friend. Like, I get that. Once I heard that, I was like, okay, I get that. That's fair.
Yeah, I feel like it's like there's a real close intersection with those kinds of things.
And again, like, he's a comedian, and he comes from that era where, like, it's pretty fucking unfiltered.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people in that community were also upset because it was like, it's like always being the butt of jokes kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I could get, you know. And then it's like, well, if you're upset about it, then you're that stereotype of like, oh, you're offended at everything. And then if you're not offended about it, then it's like, oh, so it's okay. It's like, well, what do? You know, if the black man laughs, it's funny, I guess.
Yeah.
Like...
I don't know.
So clean. Your lines and stuff.
Google
He's
Fi,
getting there.
a phone plan by Google. Save
Hey, you guys
$233
do
for
the
2
YouTube
years
Premium?
per phone subscription program.
No.
We've been talking about it, though, honestly.
Yeah, because we use YouTube, like,
Yep.
10 hours out that day.
That's literally why I did it. I was like, yeah, I use it enough. I'm gonna get my money's worth. And now it's like, you know, I realize that.
But there's a more important reason that I would stop doing comedy right now.
But at the same time, like, I got a subscription to this and a subscription to that, and I was like, man.
Yeah, I was trying to watch a show, and I was like, I was looking at HBO Max, and I was like, how much is it for us, like, for the seasons that I'm gonna watch?
Exactly.
And I was like, oh, that's like $30 total. All right, I'll pay $15 and, you know, watch what I can, like, because I know that's the big thing. Is like just start doing a la carte with your subscriptions.
And well, that's what I'm gonna
It's
do
just-
when the Dune movie comes out. I'm gonna get HBO Max, and so it's
Dune movie?
yeah, the new Dune. It comes out in a couple days.
October 26th.
Yeah.
There's a new Dune movie? No, there's Doom Patrol.
Dune Patrol?
Yeah.
No, not
Easy.
Doom. Dune. Like
Dune. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
But so I'll fish out the money for that shit, and then just keep HBO Max for a month. But
And
that's what we would pay to go to the theaters to see it
That's what I'm
anyway.
saying. I got HBO Max, and then I would just cancel it.
Yep.
And then just let the rest of the month go.
Socrates, one of the founding fathers of Western philosophical thought, was on trial. Many Athenians believed he was a dangerous enemy of the state, accusing the philosopher of corrupting the youth and refusing to recognize their gods. However, Socrates wasn't feared for claiming to have all the answers, but rather for asking too many questions. While he loathed formal lectures, the philosopher frequently engaged friends and strangers in lengthy conversations about morality and society.
I love
These discussions
Travis.
weren't debates.
In Assassin's
with
Creed Odyssey,
Socrates offered
you
explicit
meet
advice.
him.
In fact,
Oh,
And
yeah,
he's just
yeah,
like, he's
yeah.
literally and they just play him like a kid who just won't stop asking questions. Like, but why? It's just like, is it important to ask why?
Socrates probed their logic.
He's like, why wouldn't it be? And I'm just like,
and helping
ooh, I just wanted a straight answer out of you.
These
And that's
insightful
those are the
questions
greatest
made
minds who just
Socrates
question
known
every
by
fucking
his
thing. You're
followers.
like,
Two of
Yeah,
his
I feel like there's a line
students,
between
Plato
questioning
and
things
Xenophon, were so
for, like,
inspired that they replicated their
to find
mentor's
stuff out and
process
questioning
in
things just because you can.
dialogues. These
That's just
invented
true.
exchanges provide perfect examples
But I
of
feel
what
like,
would
yeah,
come to be
asking a lot of
known
questions
as the
gives you a lot more
Socratic
answers than you expect.
In one of these fabricated dialogues, Socrates is conversing with a young man named Euthydemus, who is confident that
Euthydemus?
he understands the nature of justice and injustice. Socrates probes the student's values by asking him to label actions such as lying and theft as just or unjust. Euthydemus confidently categorizes them as injustices, but this only prompts another question. Is it just for a general to deceive or pillage a hostile army? Euthydemus revises his assertion. He claims that these actions are just when done to enemies, and unjust when done to friends. But Socrates isn't finished. He asked the young man to consider a commander lying to his troops to boost their morale. Before long, Euthydemus is despondent. It seems that every answer leads to further problems, and perhaps he's not quite sure what constitutes justice after all. In employing this question-oriented approach, Socrates described himself as a midwife, whose inquiries assist others in giving birth to their ideas. His method of questioning draws out an individual's unexamined assumptions and then challenges those biases. It doesn't always provide definitive answers, but the method helps clarify the questions and eliminate contradictory or circular logic. And by following a line of inquiry where it logically leads, both the question asker and answerer can end up in unexpected places. This technique isn't limited by the conversation's content, making it incredibly useful in numerous fields. During the Renaissance, the method was used to teach clinical medicine. Students proposed their rationale for different diagnoses, while a doctor questioned their assumptions and moderated discussion. In this model, the method could even produce conclusive results. This same approach was later used in other sciences, such as astronomy, botany, and mathematics. Following the Protestant Reformation, it was adapted to tackle abstract questions of faith. In the 19th century, the method became an essential part of American legal education. Professors explored students' understanding of judicial reasoning by challenging them with unforeseen hypothetical situations. This approach is still used today by the Supreme Court to imagine the unintended impacts of passing a law. The Socratic method can be adapted to teach almost any topic that relies on critical reasoning, but its success depends on the teacher employing it. An effective Socratic educator must be well versed in their subject. Rather than bullying their students or showing off their superior intellect, they should be modest, genuinely curious, and affirming of every contribution. In this regard, Socrates himself may not have been the most subtle Socratic teacher. Historians believe he was deeply critical of Athens' particular brand of democracy and known to pass those concerns on to his followers. These subversive beliefs were distorted reported in public forums and thought to have inspired 2 of his pupils to treasonous ends. It was likely for these ideas Socrates was brought to trial and eventually sentenced to death. But even on his deathbed, artists depict a serene philosopher, ever curious to explore the ultimate question. What was life like in Socrates'
I think that's a good little stopping point.
And experience how an
Remember, I
ancient
read
democracy
that like
made its
hypothetical
decisions.
conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the one of the big takeaways was like it was a good conversation, but also when it's one person having a hypothetical, that can like be its own thing, because how do you represent the other person?
This is true.
And like you see a lot of videos now on the internet of people taking videos of themselves being like, like they'll state an opinion and someone else states a counter opinion. It's still that person going back and forth. And it's the same thing where like if you hear someone talk about a conversation they had with someone and then they try to voice the other person and they make them sound kind of stupid, you're like, ooh, why boo? It's just kind of like, you gotta remember how people represent the other half of it.
Exactly.
If it's just them.
The Rat Pack. What's the old motherfuckers from the 50s? Frank Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr. and all them motherfuckers? I couldn't tell you like one song from the Rat Pack. I know they were actors too. They were like musicians. And so I couldn't even name one movie and I couldn't tell you one song. But I mean, I know of them. Alright, so one of the last things. A big Rat Pack poster. I got another poster that I haven't done anything with yet. It's a big ass poster. I don't know what to do with it though. So I gotta write sweets on there, and then I think I'll be done.
Nice.
I don't know, bro. Like big posters are hard. Like I don't know. I don't have anywhere else to put stuff on my walls. That's the only issue I have now. Is like I said, I have this. I picked up this one big poster. Is it even in here? It might not be in here.
What is this for? Is it for paint? Stick it in there and squish it out?
Yep. And then it makes it look like that.
I see. Yep.
Alright. We about to get up out of here. Yo, I appreciate all the love, all the donations, all the comments. A 20 by 40? I might have to get that off your hands, bro. Might be like some collector's item. That's why, before I get out of here, let me see it. Let me get it. Where is this chair? Here it is right here. Yeah, I got this.
Just move everybody.
A big ass poster, but I don't really got nowhere to put it at. Because it's so fucking big.
Oh, Beatles.
Yo. Whatever. No, look up. I don't have nowhere to hang this shit in my house, yo. This big ass old Beatles poster, yo. So I just keep it rolled up, man. But yeah, my entire house is like a gallery. It's hard to describe. It's just like trying to describe it to him, Matthew.
You just said what it was.
Yes,
You just said it.
It's a gallery.
A gallery and a game room.
Yeah, so like every wall in my house has art on it. Like there's literally nowhere that doesn't have art, yo. And so like I said, I can't even hang this, and I got like some other shit. And that's why a lot of paintings are just on the floor. Like I don't have anywhere to put stuff. Oh, yours is a canvas? Yeah, I definitely might have to get it from you, bro. Like I said, I'll find something somewhere. It might be like I say, some crazy collectible shit. All right. Yo, hit me up on Instagram, Cruz. Appreciate everybody in the stream today. Like I say, all the love and everything. Thanks for chilling with us, watching the progress on this painting. It's almost done, yo. It's almost done, and then it's gonna be on to the next one. Peace. Until next time.